Rachel has joined me today.
Yay.
I wanted to make a video like talking about safety in Japan and how safe I feel here, because I get asked lots of questions if I feel safe walking alone at night, if I've had any issues being like attacked by people or like harassed by people. So I thought that would be a cool topic to invite someone else to join me so that you can hear both of our experiences, because I'm sure we've had very different experiences. I want to start out by saying that I feel a lot safer in Japan than I do in Canada in general. Like, walking down the street here, I don't feel worried that some guy's gonna come up and grab me or like try to attack me or anything. I never have that feeling when I'm walking alone on the streets here. How about you?
No, exactly the same. I've never felt in danger here.
Yeah.
Ever.
For me, that's really different than how I feel in Canada, because Canada, like, I'm sure Canada has like a really safe image to it, and I'm sure it's a lot safer than other countries, many other countries, but I've been like grabbed by a guy before in Canada when I was walking down the street, so I'm kind of like traumatized. So when I'm in Canada, I'm always very careful at nighttime. I always bring a friend with me. If I'm planning to go somewhere late at night, I'll make sure that like my friend gets a ride over to my house and we're gonna walk together. But in Japan, I never feel that I have to do that.
Right, no,
Yeah.
it's very similar for me. I've never been attacked, but I have had, I have stayed in an apartment in America and had like one of our neighbors' houses broken into in the middle of the night while our female neighbor was still in there.
Oh my god.
And like you could hear her screaming for help, and it was
That is so terrifying.
I was so terrified. And like I've had a lot of uncomfortable experiences with guys, like
oh yeah, like
in
yelling
America,
stuff at you as you walk down the
stuff,
street,
or like I have guys like they had like to do this thing to me where they walk past me and whisper in my ear.
Oh, gross! Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Like, hey, baby, or something. It's like,
They think they're being clever.
has that ever worked on anyone? I
Yeah.
really don't think there's any girl that would react positively to something like that.
It's always hey red or sup
Oh
flame
no!
for
Oh
me.
no! It's even worse for you with your hair. Oh, I feel for you. I can just imagine.
No.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about Japan, is that people won't make comments at you as you're walking down the street. Well, actually that's untrue.
Not like
they'll make comments about you being a foreigner. They'll make general comments about you being so. Like they'll talk about like the shape of your head, which is weird. or like, wow, foreigners have such big noses or something. Like they might say something like that, but people won't be like, hey, sexy, or like, ooh, looking good. Like, like people in Canada would.
Yeah, and it's not like everyone in like North America is bad or something. Like I've had a lot of guys who would say stuff, but they would be nice about it, and I didn't feel uncomfortable.
Oh, like approach you and in a nice way?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely people that do that too. Yeah, and here people just kind of don't approach me.
They just don't approach you at all.
It's nice. They're like terrified of me or something. But yeah, the only unpleasant experiences that I've had in Japan that I really want to share with you guys, because it's something that I was not expecting at all when it happened. I was kind of traumatized. So I kind of want to like let you know that it's something that happens quite commonly here, which is sad, but people touching you on the train. Trains here are so crowded. Like in Tokyo, they're packed, like literally like sardines. People will be like this on the train. There'll be someone here, and people usually have their hands down here, so it's really easy for a guy to like touch your leg, and like they'll try and do it like subtly, just kind of like rub up against your leg, but like you know what they're doing. But the first time I came to Japan, I was 17, and I was wearing a skirt on the train, and this guy stuck his hand like right up under my skirt and like grabbed my butt, and I was like, holy shit, what just happened? Like I was not expecting it at all. So I just want to warn you guys that that's something that does happen here, and it's not extremely rare or anything. It does happen quite commonly. So especially if you're wearing a skirt, something that guys can like reach up in there, be a lot more careful, and just kind of try to block yourself, maybe with your bag, or if you see that you're right beside a guy on the train, maybe kind of try to get your hands in between the two of you or something, just to like protect yourself.
There are definitely what's the word, like methods to protecting yourself on the train, like standing with your back to the door.
Yeah, try and get as close as you can up to like the wall, or Yeah, definitely. So that's those are the only, I've had one other bad experience on a train. I tweeted about it, so maybe some of you followed me as it was happening, but this guy pretended to fall asleep on my shoulder, and it was so obvious because it's like he's awake, then all of a sudden it's like he's on my shoulder, and it was so weird because all the seats were open in the train and he sat right down next to me, so I was like, oh god, like, this isn't gonna end well. So then he falls asleep on my shoulder, I'm just like, ugh, and I kind of like move over and he falls off, and then he tries it again. And then I look at him like, what are you doing? And he leans in to kiss me. Like,
what the?
Like, leans in, like he was so close to kissing me. And I would have, like, punched him. So I'm really glad that he didn't, because it could have ended, like, horribly with the police and everything. But, like, here, I'll like, reenact it with Rachel. Okay. You'll be me. And, okay, so he's on my shoulder, right? And then I kind of, like, nudge him off. And he, like, he looks up and he looks at me. And then he's like... And he got like this close to my face. And I was like, whoa, what the hell? And in English, I'm just like, fuck off. Like, what are you doing? I was really surprised. And he stood up and went over to the door and he got off at the next stop. So I don't know if it was his stop or what, but thank God he got off the train and we didn't really like cause a big scene. I think there were two other people a little further away from us on the train and they just kind of started laughing, which I thought was kind of mean because it wasn't funny to me. I was pretty pissed off.
No, that's really creepy.
But those two incidents are the only two like issues that I've had, and the only two incidents where I felt really like uncomfortable and kind of like, it's not that I feel unsafe because I've never felt that someone's gonna like physically like harm me, but like, yeah, sexual touching, and you gotta be careful with that stuff in trains in Japan. Have you had any experiences, bad experiences on trains?
I haven't actually, but usually I go out with June. Yeah. So I don't know if guys are more like, yeah, you know, June's so tall and stuff. And I'm
sure if they like see that you're with someone else, they would, especially if you're with like someone that looks like your boyfriend, they're probably not gonna try anything because you would like, you would tell him, right? You'd be like, that guy just touched me. So yeah, so it's definitely safer to be with someone.
Yeah, I haven't been touched. I have been approached a couple of times before. Yeah. Like, it's called Napa, like getting hit on by guys here, but it's not, like, I've had it happen in America too, like both like uncomfortably and some guys who are just, you know, they're just kind of nice. And here, I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. I mean, it's a little, sometimes it can be weird because they'll just come up to you and be like, hey, where are you from? Like, what's your name?
And then they'll go right into like, want to go on a date, and I like want to come back to my house, and it's like, ew, who are you? Like, I do not know you. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. I had one guy not too long ago. He came up to me and he was like, hey, are you from France? And I was like, no. And he was like, I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? I'm not from France. He was like, I like your style. And I was like, okay, thanks. And I was like, I'm married. As soon as he walked away, he said, like, I'm sorry again or something. Or, like, I like your style.
Well, at least he, like apologized. That was nice. I've had people get angry at me, like, when I said no. Yeah, they'd be like, it's your problem, like, in Japanese. But it's just
what? Like... usually when guys nampa, you hear they're drunk. Like it's late at night.
Drunk.
Like if you're in the city late at night, it's someone stumbling home from like a bar. Yeah. And like a lot of times they're with a group of friends and like a guy will come up and be like, hey, my friend speaks English or whatever, and like the guys are all giggling in the background and he's like, he speaks English. And I'm like, you want to go get a drink? And I'm like, no, thank you.
I never feel unsafe though, right?
Yeah. I don't feel unsafe.
Like, as awkward and obnoxious as it is to be picked up by people you're not interested in, it's like I never feel like, oh my god, this guy might attack me or something. But in Canada, I often feel like I kind of got to be careful.
Yeah. I mean, there are bad people everywhere and there are good people everywhere. So it's not like, you know...
It's not like this country is amazing and this country sucks.
Great.
Or anything. But in general, I feel a lot safer here, and I like that because I like going for walks at night and I like going jogging at night. And it's nice to not have to worry too much. So yeah, in general, I would say that Japan is a safe country to walk around at nighttime. You don't need to worry about getting like mugged. That rarely ever, I don't think it ever happens here. I've never heard a story where somebody like tried to attack someone to steal their money or something. It just doesn't happen.
I do see a lot of signs for hitakuri in our city, like purse snatching. I've never seen that happen, but I mean, they have like actual signs up here. Like in some places, they'll be like, beware hitakuri, like someone could just run along.
Someone like will
ride along.
People often like ride on a bicycle or a motorbike and they'll grab your bag and just go. So be careful of people stealing stuff, but that's not a common.
No, I've never even heard of
problem.
that happening, so that surprised me when I see those
Yeah,
signs.
yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it. If you guys have any other questions related to this topic, leave them down below, and me and Rachel will try to reply to some of those if we can. And yeah, hope that was helpful for you guys, and make sure to subscribe to Rachel's channel if you haven't already.
Yay!
And I will see you soon. Bye!
Bye!